Good morning, and thank you all for being here in the Nashville Public Library in the Children's Craft Room, which is such a great child-friendly place for the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth's release of Kids Count: The State of the Child in Tennessee. This report includes an essay that focuses on the importance of investments in young children. We know, and science verifies that for us, that early childhood is a critical period when infants, toddlers, and preschool-age children develop sensory awareness, motor skills, language, as well as the social, emotional, and cognitive abilities. During this intense 5-year period, the architecture of the developing brain provides either a sturdy foundation for all that is to follow, or weak supports to undermine long-term success in school and in life. The State of the Child report tells us children under 5 make up 27.3% of all Tennessee children, but spending on programs for them is just 16.4% of overall state expenditures for all children. The future economic prosperity of Tennessee depends on what we do for children today, and nowhere is this more important than for our youngest and most vulnerable population. We know the return on investment is greatest in the early years, as children are hardwired to thrive or to struggle and too often fail. The Governor's Children's Cabinet developed the Tennessee School Readiness Model. It challenges the state to ensure families, communities, and schools are working together to adequately prepare children to succeed in school and in life. A ready family is one in which all members support children's well-being through frequent positive interaction and a directed interest in the child's welfare, development, and learning. For a variety of reasons, many families have difficulty providing the level of positive support to young children that's needed. One of the greatest barriers to strong families in Tennessee is poverty. In its most obvious effect, poverty makes it difficult for families to provide for children's most basic needs, including healthy food, quality child care, and preventive health care. Poverty also increases stress on families and can contribute to depression, anger, and impatience in parenting that create an environment of toxic stress for children and increase the incidence of abuse. The American Academy of Pediatrics describes toxic stress as severe chronic stress that becomes toxic to developing brains and biological systems when a child suffers significant adversity, such as poverty, abuse, neglect, neighborhood violence, or the substance abuse or mental illness of a caregiver. Toxic stress is especially damaging in children under age 5 because of its impact on their developing brains. 1 in 4 children in Tennessee lives in poverty, and 1 in 7 lives in a high poverty area that lacks public resources, economic investment, and political power, further exacerbating the problems poverty brings. Successful strategies for reducing poverty include a 2-generation approach that helps children receive the nurturing, the nutrition, and stimulation needed for physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development, while at the same time providing their parents with the literacy and jobs, tools, and skills they need to be able to find employment that supports their family. They also need services like quality child care, and they need jobs that provide stable work schedules to facilitate their work and child care arrangements. Families are not alone in preparing children for school. Communities also play a role. Ready communities provide children access to high-quality early care and education programs with teachers who are well prepared to work with families, children, and elementary schools. It includes agencies and organizations that provide health, mental health, family support, and leadership and focus for early childhood issues. It also includes community leaders who regularly assess the status of children and use the data from those assessments to improve program planning and resource allocation. Certainly, the public libraries' programs and services provide important enrichment opportunities for young children in Nashville. And all across Tennessee, Books from Birth provides books, obviously, in the home of young children and has been an important factor in Tennessee having more young children who are read to than many states in the country. While families and communities prepare children for school, schools must prepare for the children. In a ready school, kindergarten children engage in high-quality learning experiences that are connected to and build upon their past experiences throughout their young lives. School policies and practices need to address the diverse and individual needs of students, and schools and teachers should engage families as partners in their child's development and education.